Holy shit, we're live.
Ba 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 ba.
Wow. So it has been a
That's a
hot
new
minute.
original theme I composed just for tonight.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. Uh, so the last time we recorded, it was May of 2024. It has been more than a year.
What did we talk about in May of 24?
I meant to look that up right before we started, and I forget. I think, was it Dune?
Maybe.
Might have been Dune.
Might have been a nude. All right, Dune.
What what is happening here?
I don't know.
Trying to get to Facebook and it's just showing me.
Butts.
I don't know, this is weird. I don't know what's happening.
Backseat producers.
That's it. My feed. I don't understand how Facebook works anymore. So
Well, I mean, the answer is it doesn't unless you're a Nazi.
there you go. That's probably the truth.
Yes, it
Yep.
was Dune.
Dune Part 2,
Yes.
May 1st of last year. So it has been a minute since we've done this.
The hottest of minutes that have
Yep.
ever minuted.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, nothing much.
I mean, since May of 2024.
Yeah, I fixed my house. I got walls and a
Yeah,
bathroom and stuff.
that's glorious.
I don't know. I talked to my real estate agent today about selling it.
All right.
Hate this cursed place. Don't want to live here anymore.
I
So,
can't say that I blame you.
what you been up to, Tony?
Couple of international trips. Graduated a child from college. Played lot, a lot of board games with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've really been on a tear.
Yeah. We knocked out what, like 5 last night, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Really makes the list easy for this year.
I'm doing my part.
One of us is. The other of us brought us Seafall into our lives, which is miserable.
Oh, Seafall is a whole thing.
It has given me
We
a
should.
great opportunity for pirate-themed accoutrement, which
Mhm.
I enjoy, but not more than I dislike Seafall. So
Yeah. I think it'd be fun to do a recap of our Seafall woes at some point.
hmm
Uh, Probably as a whole last podcast, a whole last episode.
I could do that.
I think there could be merit to that.
On the many complaints of Seafall,
And there are many.
I'll start writing up a list, or I'll ask ChatGPT
Ooh,
make a list of why Seafall is terrible. Actually, you know what?
we should uh, we should ask our companions at sea what their thoughts
Let
are as well. So
me write this down so I remember.
there you go. There you go. Well, it looks like people are actually showing up, which is fantastic. That's wasn't sure if that was going to happen since it has been a while. Also, I was looking at the calendar and the schedule, And
The calendar and the schedule.
yeah, like, so if we decide to keep going on this past, this weekend next, which are the two that we've talked about recording episodes, and yeah, we're gonna talk about Sinners next week.
Uh-huh.
If we're gonna go past that, if we maintain any sort of schedule, it is entirely possible that the 600th episode
Oh.
could touch tips with the 20th anniversary of this podcast in April of next year, at the end of April of next year.
Oh, Tony.
20 years of podcasting.
Tony, no. Tony, no.
Uh,
No.
like a little starting the episode with a bit of existential dread.
No. No. Why would you do that? No.
I think you just grew 4 more gray hairs. Just in me saying that.
I don't have that many black hairs left.
Same.
The other day I was really concerned I was balding. But also I'm not balding. So.
No.
I think it's just that I'm getting old.
Turns out that happens.
My hair just isn't as thick and lustrous as it used to be. It's just lustrous. Not wildly lustrous.
No. Still looks good. Still
It needs to be cut badly.
still hanging in there. Yeah, me too. Mine's getting unruly.
Shagged.
It gets to a point where if I can run my fingers through it and like stuff shows through, that's the time. That's too much.
Oddly enough, I agree with you.
Yeah. I also was the minister of a wedding.
By the power vested in you.
Yeah. It was that was a lot of fun. I would officiate a wedding again.
I
had a good
Do
time.
I need to go find a wife?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
That's not my life.
Yeah. One and done.
Yeah.
Let's get this started. Hey, this is Tony.
And this is David.
We're the Backseat Producers. And this is episode 574 of the Backseat Producers.
I'm surprised no Holden. Is gonna work?
Yeah, I forgot to invite him. I mean, I figure if he wanted to,
Oh,
I figured if he wanted to join, he would have just said, "Hey, can I join?" I can always send him the link. He could join. Maybe I'll do that. See how long it takes him to join.
I do miss the world-class organization of this outfit. I previously didn't ask about him because 1, I don't live with him, and 2, he's not my child. So I assumed you were taking care of that part.
We are nothing if not completely organized and on the ball.
I am pretty sure the last time we recorded this podcast, I didn't have a wall behind me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true.
That feels like a reality.
I remember recording episodes with just plastic behind you.
Yeah, that's about right.
Let's see how long it takes for him to join at this point. He's seen the link. So.
All right, Tony. I'm not waiting on him.
Nope. High level. What did you think of Superman?
You know, it. The thing is, with James Gunn, you don't quite know where it's going to go,
Mhm.
right? So when Superman walks in to the Fortress of Solitude, he trips over the dog, and he's like, "Hey, what the hey?" I was like, "Jesus Christ, this is the Superman we're gonna get," and
The
that's the
first thing
super.
he says is "golly."
Yeah, uh huh. I really enjoyed it. It was a movie made by people who enjoy making superhero movies, which we don't get
Yes,
anymore.
and it was a very, very accurate representation of what it feels like to read a comic book. I've got more thoughts on that. That's the high level.
Lame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit's for the nerds.
Nerds. Yeah. I mean, if I had a camera that panned, though, the only three things hanging up in this room, aside from that amazing game poster that I still need to scratch things off of that have been played.
Yeah, but to say, I'm pretty sure we've
Yeah.
knocked some of
Yeah.
those
We've
things off that
we've
list.
we've knocked a few off. Is two pieces of print Superman art, and on the window I have a Superman stained glass. So I'm a little biased here, just going in right from the jump.
Yeah,
There's a lot of bias coming from this guy. Uh,
that is why I asked we record about this movie. I knew
yeah,
you would be
yep,
all champing at the bit.
sure. So hang on one second. Be in a second. Yeah, figured that was coming.
Yeah,
Um, so we
he's just
saw
gonna
it.
take a quick 20-minute shit, and then I'll be in.
Uh, we saw it on Tuesday night before the official release. We got the Amazon preview thing where you pay a ridiculous amount of money for the tickets, but you get to see it a couple days before.
Yeah, no
And
one can
I
spoil it for you then.
nope, nope, I did not want to be spoiled, and I was not. Uh, and I loved this movie. There were
Did you?
things as I was watching that I thought were weird, but I felt like they were all resolved by the end.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Do you think that James Gunn did nothing but take our notes about Man of Steel and apply them to this movie?
I feel like, being a St. Louis native,
Mhm.
he's got his finger on the pulse of the longest running St. Louis podcast. It's this one. Uh and I mean, we beat that other one that used to be on by a day. um but yeah, I it does feel like things that we have said about Man of Steel and um Batman v Superman, Justice League, all as they apply to Superman. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like either they were listening to us or James Gunn is as big a fan of Superman as I am, and therefore, uh, well, look who it is, um, and therefore kind of applied all that to making this movie. Holden, can you hear us?
Alternatively,
Right? You good?
Yep.
All right.
You
Hey,
hear me?
yeah, we got you. High level, what did you think of the movie?
1 to 10 or like?
Just high level, just a sentence or two
Oh,
of
right,
thought.
right, 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 right.
tits to ass.
Um. Uh. High level. I really haven't been thinking about this movie in a high level. Fun. Fast paced. nonstop. Like it's like that. When I think about this movie, I think about it that not a whole lot could breathe.
Right.
Hmm.
I can see that.
And I'm not saying it didn't work, but there was
That's what I
just
heard.
So what I said was that it felt very much like this movie. Watching this movie felt like the experience of reading a comic book. And what I mean by that is that at times it felt a little vignette-y, like you'd go from a scene of Superman to a scene of Clark to him immediately having to go into action, and like the transition from thing to thing was minimized, and I think that was a good thing. It kept things moving, and it didn't have that like second to third act fatigue that a lot of these big action, and it's not just superhero movies, it's the big action movies where you get to a point where it was like, oh my god, there's just
Ball
so
numbing.
much. Yeah.
Just let's
Yeah.
be done with this already.
Yeah. Like there's some of the action sequences in some of the movies, and I mean most action movies are guilty of this, where it's just action, 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 2 minutes of talking, if that, action, 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 action. And it's just like, okay, we get it. They're really good at flying that airplane or driving that car or punching people in the throat. And
Unless it's Charlize Theron, I get tired of the people punching other people in the throat.
yeah,
I
no,
do not get tired of her punching people.
she
in the
is
throat.
masterful at it.
I will never get tired of her punching people in the throat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that Old Guard 2 came out?
I did. I had not seen Old Guard 1 until recently, and I watched it just before Old Guard 2 came out.
Didn't we review it?
No, we did not. So I guess we know what the third and fourth movies are going to be.
I started watching it. I was like, I don't remember anything from this first movie. I gotta rewatch this other movie first.
Well, there you go. We can watch the first. You can watch the first one. We'll talk about it. Then we'll do the second one the week after. Dunzo. All right. Yeah. The comic book medium is really good at understanding it's only got so much space to tell a story. And it, even in parts where they're trying to get character across, they still make room for action, and sometimes a couple of action sequences in a 24 page comic book, which really isn't much. There's really not much story there for that medium, but it still kind of weaves action and character and plot into that. That's how I felt with this. Like it just, things kept moving. Like Holden said, it didn't have room to breathe, but it wasn't bad, because even, I mean, I think that there was some room for you to come down from the action during some quiet moments in between the action. And that was kind of nice.
I mean, James Gunn does a lot of like subverting a lot of normal superhero shit. Like the first fight of the movie, Superman loses twice. Great. There's another whole sequence where it's just a conversation taking place in front of the backdrop of other people fighting.
Yeah.
That is unrelated to the scene. So
Yeah.
like a lot of times in superhero movies, that stuff is the focus of the scene, and like winning and the action are the focuses, and he just didn't do that with a lot of the fights, which was refreshing.
It was.
But like, the fight stuff is all boring in a Superman movie anyway. Frankly, it's always gonna be boring in a Superman movie. You can't do fight scenes with Superman that are interesting. You can't.
Right.
The fight scene in Justice League that was the most interesting was just that whole shit with him and the Flash, and it's only because it looked really goddamn cool. The rest of the fight stuff there was super boring. Like none of this is interesting in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So like the
Yeah.
only way that you can make Superman work as a character is you have to challenge him in dimensions that are not a physical fight, right? And which is what Man of Steel got wrong. Like they tried to work out the whole Superman Zod thing and then turn it into this big Superman ends up killing Zod, which I care about, but at no point during Man of Steel does he actually seem like he gives a shit about like literally anybody else in the movie.
Yeah.
And so like specifically this movie changing the focus from Superman wanting to win fights to Superman giving a shit about people was like the absolute correct way to go with this with the character, because like the
Yeah.
stakes then actually matter. Unlike having like just you've seen the movie trailer at this point where it's just him rushing in to save that girl, like but like you at no point in Man of Steel do you ever see him do anything like that. So it's like, oh, this is what Superman's about.
Yeah. No, so much to that is the fact is we see that same action sequence or similar action sequence framed in Batman v Superman, and it's Batman that saves the little girl. Like it felt like that, like so much of that whole kaiju thing was framed as a look, this is a different Superman than you saw in Man of Steel. And
Mhm.
and every statement about that happened during that kaiju fight.
Yeah, like he flies up and he socks him in the kaiju in the face, and instead of letting him fall over and be stunned, that which would probably do more damage to the creature, he literally helps the creature back up so the creature won't fall into a building.
Yeah. He was more concerned about saving the creature than himself getting
And the
the shit
people in
beat
the
out of him.
building.
Yeah, and the people in the building, and the little girl, and trying
the
to talk
squirrel.
down, and the squirrel, and trying to talk down the Justice Gang from murdering the kaiju. Like that was
Good gosh, there's gotta be a better way to do this.
But yeah, like and so basically the way that he treated every conflict that Superman got into, like the central conflict of the movie is Superman stopped a war. Right? Like that's the thing that kicked off everything, and like, it's a thinly veiled Russia, Ukraine, or Israel, Palestine metaphor. Like let's just
sure.
not pretend that it's not thinly veiled. But
Well,
like also
I think Russia Ukraine is probably more accurate based on when the film was written, because he wrote it prior to the writer's strike.
yeah.
So I mean that was, but
Prime
yeah, Russia Ukraine
Russia time.
100. I mean 100%. That speaks out to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like I liked having that as the primary, like the whole interview sequence between him and Lois is perfect.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we want, because like he doesn't have a good position. Like he can't, like literally can't answer any question about it that goes beyond the surface level.
Well, for
And
him,
like Lois has great points. Like,
And
hey man, there's a whole geopolitical situation here. He's like, yeah,
And-
but people are gonna die. It's like, but yeah, but also,
yeah. So for him, it was a single issue argument, which I think there's a metaphor to that in the argument against, like, so the right wingers have this whole thing about how people on the left argue from just one point of view, and that it's this way or no way. That is a very common left wing argument. You are doing a wrong thing. There is no gray to it. You are wrong. And that's the way Superman saw it. Like as far as he was concerned, people were going to die. What's the discussion? Why is there a question beyond that? I saved people. There should be no more to it than that. And as far as he was concerned, that's where the conversation ended. Like,
Yep.
you wanted to interview me? I saved people. You're welcome. Let's move on. But Lois was a really great voice for the gray area, and for the fact that yes, you saved individuals, yet you may have made a much larger problem with a lot more death because of this. It created this really great balance where Lois became a moral compass for Superman, for Clark. It shifted his, I think it shifts his moral compass a little bit into potentially looking more to big picture instead of a very myopic save an individual, save a squirrel.
Yeah, maybe. I think she represents a good centrist view.
Yeah, because she's doing the whole she's doing the whole interview thing with him, and it's not that she doesn't agree with him, it's that she's putting questions to him that the exact people he's trying to fight against would. And he
I don't know. I don't think she does agree with him. I think, well, I mean, she's also way smarter than he is.
Yes.
And like, I think he just doesn't understand that there are more consequences. Like it's a larger thing.
Yeah, Lois is more cynical. She's more worldly.
Yeah, she's thinking macro, he's thinking micro.
Yeah,
which is like
absolutely.
You do have to do both.
Absolutely.
Like, someone's got to think macro.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
And then I like that it also is a perfect setup for Lex. Like, I like the conflict is good. It's well crafted conflict.
Yeah.
It puts and Lex is a thinly veiled right winger who ostensibly is like, hey, this dude's bucking the natural political order of the world, and he's just not doing things by the book, which is just this veneer on top of his crippling insecurity. Like,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
He was. Yeah, it was the perfect Lex.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember having a conversation on this podcast probably 10 years ago, talking about the way to do Lex well.
Yeah, and it was this.
It was this. It was this. This was the Lex that I wanted to see. Someone who is.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been waffling on this. I think it's the best written Lex I've gotten. I can end that there. Right? I think it makes the most sense for a modern Superman. I think this is the best written Lex that I've gotten. And I think it might also be my favorite Lex, although I was not sold on Nicholas Hoult as Lex going into this.
I am with you. The only thing I would have liked to seen out of a different casting choice would have been a Lex that's 10 years older. 15 years
Michael
older.
Rosenbaum back.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad about having Michael Rosenbaum back.
I wouldn't be mad about it either.
But barring getting Michael Rosenbaum back.
Which not gonna happen.
I just like I like the iterations of the Clark and Lex relationship where there is bordering on a generational difference. This felt honestly, this felt like it could have spun out of Smallville.
Yeah.
A lot of this feels like it could have spun out of what was established in Smallville.
Mhm.
And I am
It's-
currently in the middle of rewatching Smallville. I'm through
Tony.
season 6.
Oh,
Well, I'm doing the Talkville podcast, so
yeah.
I'm listening along to what
It's
Rosenbaum
called
and
Luther
Welling talk
Core
about.
for a reason.
I don't understand how you could watch the show and then do a podcast episode by episode and not have the majority of episodes be like, does everybody still believe this? Has anyone gotten over that Allison Mack trafficked human people? And
Oh,
that not be 15 to 20 minutes of every episode.
it's not every episode, but whenever they have somebody
Every
on,
episode if I was on it.
yeah, I know. Every time they interview somebody new who worked a lot with Allison, like the dude that played Jimmy Olsen, he finally showed up on the show, so he also appeared on the podcast.
Sure.
They're like, so Allison, did you have any inkling about what's happening? And they've asked that of pretty much
Everybody?
everybody.
You
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
You can't not.
No.
I think just in
And-
the middle of episodes unrelated to it where it wasn't even just like, fuck.
Yeah.
She was at one of the Metropolis Superman festivals that I went to, and I got a picture of her on stage, and it came up in my time hop a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, Jesus.
That was probably like in the height of her trafficking people too.
Uh,
Yep. Yeah. So let's spin off of this conversation. I think the chemistry between David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan was fantastic. I thought I believed them as people who were dating and people who liked each other.
I bought the chemistry they had for the stage of the relationship that they were in.
Yeah.
Which I also appreciated the stage of the relationship they were in, because a lot, at least a lot of the Superman media that I've seen, because I haven't seen it all. I haven't seen Smallville. I haven't seen those larger TV shows, but it's either they never truly get together and they never know who is who, or it's immediate. I love you. I love you. I love you. You're the person I'm destined to be with. Blah, 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 blah. So I appreciated that they were at this 3-month-ish talking stage, talking, dating, seeing each other stage, that felt like these are the kinds of conversations they would be having to almost stress test, which I also think is another really great part about the interview scene, is it feels like Lois is stress testing Clark to see if he's just going to fucking leave. If she's going to be too much for him, and he'll just go away.
That's a good point, because I feel like Lois probably does that to boyfriends after a while, and they can't handle her.
Uh-huh. Because she had a dad who's away all the time.
Did she? We don't know that in this. They haven't. They
didn't confirm it, but
yeah, it's a
until
little
proven otherwise,
Right.
Sam Lane is Sam Lane.
Yeah.
I don't know, that guy. Fuck that guy. I don't know. I didn't
General.
feel stressed. Listen, I cannot do another superhero romance where this reveal of a secret identity. It's just let me barf my way through that. And then, like, I think the other Superman movie we had with Brandon Routh, where they were like married and they already had kids. Is that what happened in that?
No. He left
Fucked
Earth.
off and left for 5 years.
Yeah, he came back. He came back when he flew off to try to find Krypton. He came back, and Lois was with somebody and had a
Oh, that's
kid, and
right.
it was his kid. Yeah,
That's right. Because he was like creepily looking through the house. Yeah.
yeah, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Well,
then
you
it
know what?
turns out
This was
Did you ever
fine.
watch Superman and Lois? That that was that's a wonderful series, and it does a really great job of showing Lois and Clark, who have been together and have she's known about him being Superman for 15 to
over a
20 years.
decade. Yeah.
Yeah, 15 to 20 years. They have children together. Like, and
Oh
it kind of
yeah,
speaks
yeah,
to,
yeah.
yeah, it kind of speaks to, like, it's a couple year old series. So, like, in the third season, like, they have this intense storyline where Lois has breast cancer and, like, Clark can't do shit because
Time for the
Superman
laser
can't,
eye surgery.
right?
Pshoom!
Yeah. He can't do anything. You're stuck. So it shows him having to deal with the fact that he can't fix this particular problem. Uh, And it played really well. So I really appreciate the fact that we went from having that Superman to now we're backing up in their relationship. You know, we had the we've had the times before where she didn't know and then she's told and or finds out or whatever. I I I really liked that we just look. We've seen it before. Let's
Yeah. Same with the
with
origin
a couple
story.
of lines of dialogue. Yeah, a couple of lines of dialogue where you
I
know
don't need
exactly what's going
another
on.
goddamn alley.
Yeah.
We're I mean, we've kind of talked about it. We're into the spoiler portion of this talk.
I,
It's
I'm
the-
not even. I'm not even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we've
in the opening crawl, it's 3 centuries, 3 decades, 3 this, 3 that. We don't get 3 months until they explain what 3 months mean with Superman and Lois getting together.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of cool.
yeah, that's a nice touch.
How'd you guys feel about the continuity error?
Which one?
So we see Flag at some point in one of those conference
yeah.
calls,
Yeah.
but the existence of Peacemaker means that bringing in what's his face as Peacemaker means that they are not the same. Flag is dead.
Actually, that's Flag's dad.
Oh,
That's
God.
Flag Senior.
Gross.
Yeah.
Comics are the worst.
Yeah, that's Flag Senior. They established that in Creature Commandos.
Of fucking course they did.
Creature Commandos is really good. It's written by James Gunn, and like they show there's an episode where they're like all getting together, and then just a series of episodes where you get the backstory on all these different characters, and there's always one, and the Weasel one is just heartbreaking.
No, I can't. This is already pushing my limit on superhero shit.
But yeah, I liked Rachel Brosnahan as Lois. I thought she was a solid Lois. I like spunky Lois who just goes and does shit. And she went and did shit.
I like that her vice is sugar and not smoking.
Yeah.
I like that she still has a vice and it's just different. Jimmy Olsen fucks.
I mean, you cast a good-looking young guy like that, and yeah, the first thing that you see him, and then you see girls in the newsroom like checking him out and giggling and like, all right, okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy's always, is forever portrayed as that nerdy guy, and
Nerd's fuck now, man.
This Jimmy, yeah, it's
Nerd's
great.
All right, let's just get it out of the way. Fucking Nathan Fillion.
He was a perfect Guy Gardner
He was.
because that guy sucks. Guy
I don't know
Gardner
shit
sucks.
about Guy Gardner, but Nathan Fillion was, as always, perfectly Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
As
Guy
was
Gardner
Alan
is-
Tudyk.
Yeah.
I've heard
Guy Gardner is basically an asshole. He's just a dick. And there's a really great sequence in one of the, I think it's Justice League International or something, where Guy Gardner's talking shit, and the Ring is supposed to protect him, and Batman just cold cocks him,
Out
straight
cold.
punch, just straight punch right to the face. The Ring should have protected him. The Ring did not protect him from Batman punching him in the face and knocking him out cold. But Guy Gardner's a dick.
Bat punch.
Yeah. When
Bat punch.
when I saw in the sneak preview, that trailer with the middle fingers popping up in the background, I'm like, oh my god, that's so perfectly Guy. It's just the way he is.
And it's like, because even at his core, he's still a good guy. He's just a dick about it. Because there's the obvious one of him coming in at the end and helping with Baravia. But also even as simple as giving Superman some fucking privacy when the video comes out. And it's like, okay, let's talk away from everybody. Boop, wall. And I've heard Nathan Fillion said something about an update on Lanterns at some premiere or red carpet, and he said, I've dropped more F-bombs in that series than I think I have my entire career.
Yeah.
As if you needed to sell me any more on that show.
Yeah, Gunn has set himself up a whole situation.
The only complaint I have about casting is there are a few people that were cast that felt way underused. Like Wendell Pierce as Perry White. I want more Perry White. I would not be mad if there is a TV series that's just the Metropolis or the Daily Planet bullpen without Clark and Lois there. Give me Cat Grant, give me Steve Lombard, give me Ron Shrube, give me all.
Yes.
We saw all those people in the movie.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
saw
I know we
every
did.
one of them. And they were well cast for what they did.
Tony, it's a universe.
I want to see it.
It's a universe. You gotta have the
Sure.
people.
And they're there.
DC sees that billion, trillion dollar Marvel money. And they want that pie.
And
Sure.
I think that leads me a little bit into my biggest issue with the movie.
We got one more person to talk about acting wise. David Cornsweet as Superman.
We didn't actually talk about him.
No.
He was fine as Superman. He was very Kansas City, good-looking dumb guy.
He had good material to work with. I really want to watch the movie again because that scene that felt really emotionally climactic between him and Lois with whatever the hell's going on outside did not read for me the first time. Like, he felt very resigned and stiff, and in the sense that not like he was tired or exhausted from having spent the past however many hours looking for crypto, but more on top of whatever the hell's going on in his head after all of his shit has been leaked everywhere and he's questioning his reality, it just sounded like he was done. And
I mean, it's a lot. There was a lot going on there, and also he was responsible for crypto for somebody else, and there's a heavy weight that goes along with that.
And then he has that conversation with Lois, who the last time they interacted was their fight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it felt like he wasn't sure what was gonna happen when they talked again.
Mm-hmm. And
like
that's why I want to see it again, because it didn't read for me the first time, but I want to give it another shot because I feel like I missed something, or I was so caught up in the pace of the movie thus far, I was just like caught in the momentum, and I'm like, okay, what's happening here? Nothing. We're just gonna go and he's gonna get captured. Okay, cool. They're gonna be on a decent page. Cool. Okay, I knew that. Let's go. And I feel like I was caught up in that a little bit, so I really do want to go back and watch it again.
That's fair. Yeah.
What's interesting to me about him as a casting choice is that he feels the last couple Supermen we've gotten have all felt like we really focused on them bulking the fuck up. Like Henry Cavill is a huge dude.
Yeah.
And this dude never gets shirtless.
Mm-mm.
He built a lot of mass and there's not one mention of him toning at all for this movie. Because he's like, he's given the numbers in several interviews, and I started at 195. I made it to 242, 243. I put on however many pounds of muscle. And it's or pounds of whatever. And it's just like, okay. And it's the suit. I like the suit. And I get that they didn't want to turn it into a padded muscle suit, because Man of Steel, solid. Everything past Man of Steel is just glossy, and the muscle suit's too much, and I don't like it. So they backtracked so much in this suit, just a little too much for me.
I feel like also Marvel's kind of got the lock on muscle suits.
Except for Kumail Nanjiani, who I didn't get shirtless, even though he put on a shit ton of muscle.
That dude rocked it.
Mm-hmm.
His arms were.
he kind of got shirtless. He wore like an Aladdin type deal in one of his fake movies, his Bollywood
Aladdin type deal.
I don't know the good word for it.
Just an open shirt.
Yeah.
Open shirt, sure.
So yeah, I don't know. He just looked like a skinny nerd to me.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Which is fine because Superman doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
Buff.
Yeah.
He doesn't
get his strength from the goddamn muscles anyway. Like,
Batman.
Why does he have to be buff?
Batman needs to be physically imposing, with a chest like that. It's as deep as his shoulders are wide. Like, Batman needs to be the big dude, so we can, when he picks somebody up and throws them across the room, you have to believe it. Superman can do that with his pinky finger without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, he's magic. Who cares?
Yeah.
And then Wonder Woman needs to be taller than both of them.
I would be fine with that. I'm not quite as hung up on the physical appearance as that, because this guy was believable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was believable.
Superman.
Yeah.
He posed the pose just fine.
Yep. And he smiled.
Yeah. He liked being Superman, which is something we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah. I did really appreciate how, like it feels like there was a character choice that whenever he was in the suit, and like it's probably a scripting choice, but when he was in the suit, that's when he was golly and what the hey dude to Crypto. But he had no problem swearing when it was just him and Lois when he wasn't in the suit.
I have no recollection of that whatsoever.
During the argument?
I
Well,
don't remember him swearing during the argument.
it depended on when he was being Superman or not. But also there was parts in the conversation, in one of the conversations the two of them had, that he was swearing.
I'll have to watch it again. I didn't think he did at all.
At the very least, he mentioned he mimicked super shit.
Yeah, there was that. He did. Yeah, got real crazy about super shit.
But you mentioned him, and I want to ask about it. Crypto. We brought it up earlier this evening. How we feel? How's Crypto?
Crypto was a dog.
Crypto
acted like a dog.
Yeah.
Crypto acted like a dog with an irresponsible owner.
Yeah.
Which, when we saw his owner for the first time, you understand why Crypto is exactly the way he is, because like he fully tackles her and she's laughing and kissing him like it's the most adorable, hilarious thing in the world. So when he does that to everybody else, when he does that to everybody else, he's just doing what normally gets him attention.
Yep.
That's the way a dog would be.
James Gunn is a good director, but my man goes back to the putting animals in danger to create tension well too goddamn often. In every scene, the biggest concern I had was that dog throughout. That was the most tension that there was for me for probably half the movie.
And then we saw him chasing squirrels, and then he never moved until he was broken free.
I get that.
Even Lex didn't do much to Crypto other than maybe knock him out.
Well, I mean,
they threw some shit over his head.
That chick.
The engineer?
Yeah. I could have done without. That added nothing to the movie for me. The nanite stuff was not sure. I mean, I understand it was just a plot tool.
Point. It was a plot tool. I mean, they needed somebody that could do that kind of stuff to do certain things for the story. I honestly thought that Lex would have had more of a super team than just Ultraman and her. I mean, I guess
Ultraman.
Kinda Metamorpho, kinda, but he wasn't really ever part of the team.
This is blackmail.
Right.
I did think the calling out the moves thing was silly.
I didn't, just because I feel like Lex would have had that much narcissism about him that he wanted to be the one doing it.
Yeah, and he has enough pomp and circumstance about him to hire a fuck ton of programmers and engineers to program a clone of an alien to fight the original alien because he thinks he can do it better. And I've seen so many people quote the 1A, 1A, 1A. And the 1A is just punching him in the face, which means it is the first move programmed into Ultraman to punch something in the face.
Yeah, why wouldn't that
be
be
Superman?
The first
could be anything, and it was just cool because there's like 87B, 17A, blah 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 blah. There was, I think there was like an 83Z or something. He said, which means it's hundreds of thousands of commands for whatever he needs Ultraman to do. But 1A is punching him in the fucking face.
Yep.
It could be flying away. It could be walking. It could be flying. It could be anything else. But nope, it's a punch to the fucking jaw.
Yeah.
Who else was in this that I'd forgotten about? Oh, Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific was wonderful.
Terrific.
Yeah.
I heard, I saw something today that he's got a multi-project contract, and if they didn't do that, I was going to be really annoyed
Yeah.
because, like, I've seen Mr. Terrific in other things, and he's fine. He's not as dynamic a character in other things I've
We've
seen him in.
we've got
This
Mr.
was-
Fantastic and we've got the Thing. We need the other two part of the Terrifics and we're good.
I think when I walked away from the movie, if they didn't make another Superman movie, I'd be fine with it. But if they make a Terrific, I assume they were going to make something with Terrific, and I'll probably watch whatever that thing is because I like that guy.
Yeah.
That guy did very well doing
Yep.
his thing. So.
Isabella Merced was Hawk Girl.
She was fine. There was,
A lot
There
of
wasn't
hawk
much for her to do.
screeching.
yeah, there wasn't much for her to do. The first time I ever noticed her in anything was in Last of Us. I thought she was really good in that. But this is so like really the second thing I've seen her in.
I
And-
bailed on Last of Us too.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That is a whole other can of worms.
I'm not sure if I'm going back for season 3 and 4. Whatever.
They just keep taking my nerd properties and turning it into dumb bullshit, and they just expect me to keep watching it. And you know what? The rebellion of my 40s is I'm not doing it anymore. I haven't seen a Marvel movie in several movies. I'm unsubscribed from Disney Plus. I'm off this Star Wars bandwagon because I don't need fucking Star Wars every day of the week. I don't need Marvel every day of the week.
You're missing out on Andor, man.
I thought Fallout was terrible. It just
We watched the first like 3 or 4 episodes of Fallout. And just
wasn't.
haven't gone back to it. I'll
was just
probably
fine.
go back to it and finish it. It hasn't screamed at me enough to go back to.
Fallout's not a big enough draw for the show to be mediocre and for me to keep watching it.
But it's got
I
Walton
thought it was all
Goggins,
right.
and he is a draw for me.
He does have Walton Goggins.
He is Uncle Baby Billy in The Righteous Gemstones.
I know who he is. He's a lot of things.
He is a lot of things.
The best Walton Goggins is him in Community, the one episode that he stars in, where he does the lie detector after Pierce dies, and like after the whatever at the end, he gives everybody the cryogenically frozen container of Pierce's semen. So during the pandemic, they did a live table read of that episode, and they couldn't get Walton Goggins to reprise that role, so they got Pedro Pascal to do it, and Pedro Pascal could not get through any of the containers of semen without dying. It was so good.
For me, the best Walton Goggins, it's a toss-up. Now that we've gotten Uncle Baby Billy in The Righteous Gemstones, between that and the character that he played in Sons of Anarchy, where he played a trans woman, but like the material was also really good because they treated her with like the character that he played with such respect, and he never played her as a joke or like very real emotions. When things happened, bad happened, she hurt and showed it, and there was a love interest that happened, and it was Walton Goggins was so good in that. So
Dude
good.
knows his business.
Yep.
Am I missing anybody else? Was there anybody else in this goddamn movie?
The hero of the movie Eve Tessmacher,
Hmm.
Miss Tessmacher, Lex's girlfriend,
Oh,
which seemed like just this bad joke, and then ended up saving the show. I thought that was really clever because other versions of that character have been real smart and capable,
hmm
and she just never let on that she was, and that was really great.
All right. Was there anybody else?
Not really.
Mon Pa Kent.
They were fine.
They were fine.
They were a little bumpkin-y, but they were fine.
Pa Kent is this dude who has this eye condition, and I thought he had died because he was in Keanu Reeves' Constantine.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, they almost felt a little anachronistic. Like everything else seemed real modern and they seemed way not modern. Like for
Yeah.
the age that they were, they they felt like they were should have those people should have been born like 30 or 40 years earlier.
Yeah. I mean, they were there
That was weird.
They were there for exactly one reason, and that one reason was for the end scene where, yeah, show me my parents, and then
Oh, yeah.
yeah, which I mean was great. Like
Yeah.
that's great. That's a good.
That was a great
Solid,
touch of emotion. Yeah.
Solid workmanship
Well
on that.
earned.
Close the loop.
Yeah, and it felt well earned too
hmm
by that point.
I
like the robots.
like the robots too. I also like the message of, hey, if your family wants you to subjugate a planet, you can just move on from that. You can just move on from that. You don't have to keep carrying that with you.
Yeah.
Just reject that and move on. Okay, that's great.
I'm punk rock.
Yeah. Kindness is punk rock. Also, that's great. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's solid work. That is
Um,
solid work.
What else there was? I don't know. I just enjoyed it. It was it. Oh, the goddamn monkeys.
The goddamn monkeys.
Those were great,
hmm
and I liked how we saw them again at the end. So the monkeys were safe. That
Yep.
was great.
hmm
Um, I liked that we didn't see Lex like in some super suit or anything like that. That was wonderful.
hmm
The kids being inspired to hold up the Superman flag and call for Superman.
And Superman not showing up.
Yeah, him having to fight. He was given a choice
hmm
and he had to make a choice when Superman normally can just do everything.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. That was the way to do it.
Yep.
And we
Also, not
got
what I expected.
no.
I did
No.
not expect. That's not what I expected to happen there. I expected for him to try and do both,
Yeah.
and then it not to cost him something in the end.
Right. No, it was
Because
it
that's
was
just
well
what I've
done.
gotten from Superman movies so far.
Right. But it was also well done and established that he understood that he's going to have to rely on other people. He
Yeah.
can't just fix all the problems. It creates a really good argument for why something like the Justice League can
Turns out,
exist
yeah.
because Superman just can't be everywhere and do all the things.
There's been a couple. I've seen more like Justice League material than I have like solo Superman stuff. At least when it comes to him being introduced into the Justice League, and I've always found it a lot more interesting when, and it's always usually like Superman is part of the main core of people and tries to bring Batman into the fold. But I think it's the Batman show, the animated one called The Batman from like 2003, 2008 ish. And Batman obviously is the protagonist of that. And therefore he is brought into the Justice League first, and he tries to bring Superman in, and Superman's like, Psh, I'm Superman. I don't need that. What are you talking about? And I because he's not used to needing other people, so why would he need a team? I think, I think it's a really good setup for that. Just to have something to talk about. I wasn't a huge fan of how this movie was edited. That's a weird gripe to have, but I've seen in a couple places that apparently it was supposed to have a day 1, day 2, day 3 kind of like episodic title card type thing going on throughout. And I'm not saying that would have been better, but I could feel it. I could feel that was the original vision. And there were some moments where it was like, what I keep coming back to is the moment Superman finds out that somebody was in the fortress, like he connects those dots, and we get this really intense series of shots of him flying as fast as he can towards the fortress. And instead of paying off that desperation with him immediately getting to the fortress, seeing what happened and getting those scenes with like sad broken robot and that sort of thing, it's that him flying, and then it cuts to Lois doing like reporter damage control about, is this true, is this bet, is this, and it's like, why build up that tension if you're going to take it away and not show us the immediate results, because then that tension just falls flat. And there are a couple of moments like that where the momentum builds so much only for it to cut to something else. And now you're stuck with all this momentum that isn't necessarily tension, that doesn't go anywhere. And yes, it makes me anxious, but it doesn't make me feel anything. It just makes me impatient. It just makes me impatient to see the next thing and it makes me care less about what it's showing me now.
I almost need a recording of Daryl right now. You kids today can't watch anything and let it have time to breathe.
I mean, I agree. I hate letting it breathe. Like, let's just get to the fucking point. But
there was more going on than just the one thing. That's just good storytelling.
But that's the thing it's set up to care about.
Sorta though, but I actually do kind of care about the Lois thing.
That's how suspense is built.
It's a global happening, right? And if I only see Superman flying to the fortress, the world doesn't mean anything to me, because it's like, yeah, 7 billion people just experienced this. Hey, this living god that's been on our planet for the last couple years might be here to enslave us. But if I just see him flying there because someone was in his house, like...
I'm not saying we didn't need to see it. I was just saying it was put in a weird section in the movie. I would have rather just moved next, so we see the emotional resolution of, oh fuck, somebody was in my house, and then we see.
Maybe the point was that you're supposed to thematically link the horror he feels at the violation of someone being in his house and as an analog for the horror of Earth having been the house for this, alien that they've housed, and what they thought they've had in their home all this time isn't what they've had in their home all this time.
That's fair. Yeah. And I think the counter to what you're saying, Holden, is that if you don't have, if you waited from the time, if you started with him finding out that the fortress has been broken into, all the way through, like at what point are you going to break that? After him accosting Lex? Because at some point I mean, that's a incredibly long sequence that you're just focused on that one thing. I don't think you can go back to Lois at that point. It almost feels like an afterthought, and it almost feels like something that's tacked on and will be more jarring, and I think will throw you out of the pace of the movie more. I
Yeah.
think that's where you get to poorly paced movie.
And I actually think the juxtaposition is that you are led to associate the speed that he's flying with the speed that things are developing around the Superman story. So it's not that she's slowing him down, he's speeding up what's happening to her. And that's what I think thematically is going on with that. Because, like, it's a big goddamn deal for the world.
Yeah. I need to watch this movie again because I was so wrapped up in all of it. I want to see it again. As much as I like the movie, I want to see it again. But also, I know some of the things I feel about this movie aren't complete. Like the thing about the scene with him and Lois with the chaos outside. I know I got caught up in the wrong thing at the moment, and I want to go back and appreciate what else is there.
Yeah, I want to watch it again, but mostly because I went into it expecting not to like it. So, which always puts me in the mindset I gotta be more critical, but also puts me in the mindset where I gotta pay more attention so I can be more legitimately critical. So it would be nice to watch it to enjoy it. I don't know, man. I just cannot get past this prejudice I have for superhero movies now.
Get it? I get it. There's been a lot of them.
It's too much. I'm only looking forward to one more goddamn superhero. Although some of the trailers for this Fantastic Four movie, I think they've just dropped one of the newer, longer ones that might have hooked me, because they've just dropped the one where they ask them, they're like, "Hey, what did Galactus say?" And he's like, "Yeah, they wanted a price. He wanted a price that was too high." And they're like, "What price? Our child?" It's like, all right, well, maybe I'm back in. That's a pretty good hook.
Fantastic Four should be a good movie. I mean, they're good characters that you should be able to easily tell a good story with them.
Yeah.
And yet somehow we've had 4 other movies with 3 different iterations of those characters, one of which wasn't an official release. Yet it was arguably the best story of the 3 of them. Like, Roger Corman made a version of the Fantastic Four, and it's really bad, like, as far as production quality, but the acting is really heartfelt, and the story is pretty well written, but like the rest of it is really rough around the edges. Really, really rough.
Listen, man, I'm also, and I cannot believe I'm going to say this, I'm also suffering from Pedro Pascal fatigue. It's just he's in too much. It's too much.
He is in a lot.
It's too much.
A lot.
He's just become the latest Latin resource that
Well-
America has colonized and then just mass produced only to be tossed away when we're done with him. I just
feel like he also does not know the word no.
no, he does not.
I feel like he will literally be in anything.
Yes, I saw Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah.
It was bad and wrong, and there should be a stronger word like badong.
Speaking of badong words, apparently somebody really fucked up when they announced the Fantastic Four and the Fortnite crossover, because in in Fortnite, one of the things that you can do, like, they don't have much you can do with it as far as making changes to the game other than cosmetic.
Yeah.
We all know that cosmetic changes to video games are called skins.
hmm
So they announced the partnership was going to be releasing, you got there, the Fantastic Four skins. I feel like somebody either really messed up or
I'm
knew
watching.
exactly what they were doing.
I have the page open on Facebook on my other monitor here, and I was
Uh-huh.
watching, and it's on like on a 30-second delay, so I got to watch my face the moment I put it together.
Yep. Yeah. I led you there. I could have given you the like the punchline right from the beginning, but it was a lot more fun walking you towards it.
I do love an age of discovery.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Either somebody really, really screwed up or got a raise. One of the two.
I'd have given him a raise. That material is quality.
Yeah, because you're just using the words you're supposed to use.
That's malicious compliance.
It sure is. It sure is. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next out of this universe. I've already seen some of the advertising for the Supergirl movie, because that's the next movie they're releasing,
Yeah.
and it shows the
year from now?
Huh? It's a
Like
year
a
from
year
now.
from now? Yeah.
Yeah. So the tagline for this movie was "Look Up."
Mhm.
There's the image is of her standing next to like the Superman movie poster, leaning against it, having a drink, and on it, the word "up" is spray painted over "out." So
Yep.
just look out. That's yeah, we can screen share. Let's see. Oh, I can apparently present.
Close all your porn tabs.
Let's see. I gotta find the
I got
image.
it.
All right. Do you have the ability? There we go. Should I add that? Yeah. Click on it so we can actually see it. Or right click and open image in new tab.
Oh, I see. I already did that and it didn't follow the tab. Okay, hold on.
You are in control.
Oh boy.
Huh. Interesting. It
Is
won't
it, though?
let me okay, no, there it is. There it goes.
I've heard this one before.
We gotta add to stage. There we go. Yeah. Look out. It's solid.
Yeah.
Like, and the timing's right. It's been just long enough that that
No one knows she's in the movie. It could just be promo.
Yeah, right.
It did, well, yeah, but
It says look out 2026 on it.
what?
I'm pretty sure he's also confirmed it's
Yeah. Well, he's the one that shared that image. So,
Okay, but what? One movie a year? But I need like 8 movies and 7 spin-off series. How do
well,
I know I'm alive if I don't have content
there's
every hour?
there's already been one series.
Yeah.
There's the movie. There's going to be Peacemaker season 2 is coming out next month.
Peacemaker
About a
season
month.
1 is counting season 1, right?
It is
Apparently,
because they're going into multiple universes.
yeah, they're going to do a multiple
fuck
universe
me.
just for this, just to show that
They're acknowledging it.
happened, but this is different. One of the trailers shows him and him again. I don't remember. He even says something about it.
No,
But
listen, the only show that's done multiple universes well has been Fringe, and it's only because they nickname everybody in the alternate universe, and Walter in the alternate universe is nicknamed Walternate.
that's good. That is good. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot else to discuss with this here
Me neither.
film.
And I didn't even complain about Superman being a woke illegal alien. But I want you to know I thought about it.
I figured.
I'm just curious. How do we feel about the possibility of Pattinson's Batman being merged into this?
No,
I have no feelings about it whatsoever.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I kind of want it to happen now.
I'm perfectly fine with it being its own thing if it gets me another series like season 1 of Penguin, because that was fantastic.
Although I would find the juxtaposition of styles to be really funny. Like, because Gotham was always dark.
Yeah.
And Metropolis was never dark.
No.
Even at night with that one fight, it was still brighter than the goddamn sun.
You could see everything that was going on all the time.
All the time.
Almost as if they were doing exactly what Zack Snyder would not have done.
Yeah. Zack Snyder. So much potential.
If only he was a cinematographer.
The movies are so pretty.
They're gorgeous. He makes a beautiful film.
God,
there's
that
no doubt about
Flash sequence is so good. Sometimes I watch it. Just
that one sequence.
Just that one sequence.
Did you watch Snyder's Justice League?
Of course I did.
That scene where where Flash saves the people from the rocks.
I have no recollection of that either.
There's a scene where in the first skirmish with the parademons, as they're first fighting as a team, Flash saves some people from some falling rocks, and there's this really cool image of super speed where you're not focused on Flash but the people, and the camera pans around the people in a similar to 2012 Avengers, but you just see flashes of Barry everywhere, and it's nice. It looks good. He makes shit that looks good.
Yeah, no, the man knows how to make things look good. Just wish they were better.
Yeah. He used the wrong source material.
I can't speak to that.
I can. He used The Dark Knight Returns as his idea of what Superman was and his idea of what Batman was. And the original writer of that is conservative, and he couldn't get past the idea that Superman would have ended up a government stooge and a fascist. And yeah, it wasn't good. it wasn't good, but that's clearly how he modeled
Yeah,
Man of Steel and Batman v Superman from.
I mean, it's that's just been
His
the
Batman,
MO.
I did like his Batman. I liked Batfleck
Hmm.
as a concept and as an actor.
It was fine.
I like Ben Affleck though. So
Yeah, it was fine. All right, that's all I got.
yep, me too.
Yep.
All right. Well, next week we will be talking about Sinners.
Sinners, the movie I told Melina to watch like half a dozen times, and then when she started watching it, she was texting me. She's like, "Have you seen this Sinners movie?" Oh, fuck you. God fucking damn it. And just like live updates. What am I watching? Ugh.
Get up and watch the
Mute
movie.
for 2
Yeah.
hours.
Put your phone away and just watch the movie.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That was, I believe, instructions in my house when we started watching it. Put your phones down now. You need to pay attention to this movie.
Yeah. It's gory. Yeah, you know what? We'll talk about it.
Yeah, that'll be a discussion for next week.
And I will be around.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully. It'll be
So-
my before work warm up
7 days is a long time.
because I'll be working.
Just saying.
All right.
All right.
We will catch you guys later. See ya.
Bye bye.